Alrighty, another segment, another little quick one. I know I always say a quick one. We are rolling. Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. You know, I love to read people's comments, good or bad, doesn't matter. I'm doing a little segment here on, I guess, quarter scale stuff. Gonna show some old, we're gonna show some new. I'm gonna try and fly through it. Thursday night here, Southern Ontario. Normally we do our videos a little bit later. I actually wanted to do this one earlier today, something a little different. But let's just jump right in. I've got my old molds of the Chevy truck sitting here on the table. As you can see them, I dug them out. They've kind of been in storage. Haven't made one. They still really nice shape. They were gel coated with tooling gel. The tooling gel went a little funky here and there. I would say the main part where they went funky was this area right here on the roof of the cab. Of course, I had to put filler in it, sand it, kind of clean it up, and then I decided I would paint. I lay down a couple coats of just a one shot, you know, just make them nice and smooth. They're still in good shape. Of course, the outside, you know, they've been sitting out kind of in my my car tent behind the garage, so they're a little dusty on the outside. I'll wash them off. You know, they're still in great shape. This here, of course, being probably the most prominent. Very nice detail. Very hard to mold. Got to use microfiber. Got to use Veil. A little bit of both, just to get all that detail in there. Now the Chevy truck was a six piece split mold. Slurring my words here. You'd think I was like already drinking in a bag. No, it's not the way it is. But anyhow, so I've had lots of content, or I should say comments, on my molds, because you know the new one, we're going to show it. Don't worry, we're going to show it. You know that the new one I did all clear cast. Did not use any gel coat, tooling gel whatsoever. And I will get to that when we get there. So you got to stay and you got to watch the video. So we're just kind of doing a review on this. This is kind of for I have a new group that I belong to. It's fiberglass, composites, tricks, tips, what have you. And I see a lot of cool stuff on there. And I get a lot of feedback from that group. It's also to do with my quarter scale group. So I'm gonna kind of set these aside. So I will show you, we've got a 6-piece split mold. We've got the two sides. As you can see, they're pretty, the sides themselves, they're pretty intricate. You know, a lot of little stuff going on. Those were the little overhang here on the box was kind of a little bit of an oversight. It's pretty hard to get your fiberglass in there. I'm going to set all these pieces on the floor. They're still in very good shape. I can still pull many molds from these. We're just going to set them on the floor. We got the roof, we got the back, the tunnel. Of course, those went together like that. You know, they get bolted together. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Split molds are pretty cool. Got the tailgate, obviously. Got the Chevy bow tie in the tailgate. That's the tailgate. A lot of work though. A lot of work prepping this stuff. It still has a little bit of PVA on it. And when I prep these 6 pieces, I give them a coat of wax, I give them 4 or 5 coats of PVA, then I bolt them together. That way I get the PVA on the seams. These seams right here. The seams that get bolted together, get PVA there. And the reason I do it that way is so that I don't get a whole bunch of flash coming through when the molds are bolted together. Plus I use plasticine. I can't get the parting putty. I'm guessing it's banned here in Ontario, Canada. We just can't get it. So I use plasticine. Plasticine works great. These molds have been sitting for a while. I think I did seven from them, and basically I'm going to show you what you get from those. Let's just roll this one out. This one's just static. Here's what you get. Get a close-up on there. Look at that. This thing is so sweet. There's so much detail. Let's check out that front. The front grille. Front grille is awesome with the headlights. Lots of detail. This one I'll show you as soon as the camera girl, my beautiful wife, she shows you the back. I'll show you the underside. So basically this one was primered, and then I just put it in a flat gray. I just made a kind of quick little frame for it, a couple axles. This was the one I did. As you can see, it's kind of a yellow. I tinted, believe it or not, I tinted the fiberglass with just a splash of yellow, and it gave me I could kind of see what I was doing as I did my layers. You know, this one was not done with the fine half-ounce bale. It was all done with 6-ounce chop, a couple layers of 6-ounce chop, and then a layer of 6-ounce cloth. The cloth, obviously, it gives it the strength, because without the cloth, you're pretty vulnerable to the part if you smashed it. If you watch my other videos, you will see me roll my primary truck body, and I didn't actually smash, but it did take some pretty harsh road rash. That particular truck, that one will be cleaned up, it'll be fixed, it'll be repainted, maybe a whole new paint scheme, because I do like painting, I do like airbrushing. Maybe I'll do a total, hell, maybe I'll just use this body and I'll paint it up fancy schmancy and put it on my chassis and run it, and hopefully we don't roll it again. We don't want to roll it on its side, you know. But good, tough, durable. I still have a few of these available if anybody is interested. Plus I have the molds. I have the primary molds. So if anybody wants one, shoot me a message. So, for the big reveal, I'm just going to slide this back under. I'm going to slide it back under there, and we've got a big reveal. I'll bring it over to the table. Oh, here we go. there we go. Check this out. So all the pieces are done. 13 pieces. And that is so... Basically, I did this with all, 13 individual piece split mold. And I will show the viewers why I did that. Yes, it has all the return flanges. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. You see all the little holes in the flanges. There are 60 fasteners that hold this together. Okay, now what I wanted to show on the video is I literally got like 3 bolts holding all this just kind of in place. We're going to reveal it. We're going to pull it off. We're going to see what's underneath. Obviously it's the buck, but I myself have not got to see, the buck since I started doing all the pieces. Now, I've built piece by piece by piece, taken them off, cleaned them, feathered off all the sharp glass. Now, I want to show you something. So there's a few bolts. There's a few bolts like that one right there. This one, this one, this one. I think there's one here. Those are permanent because what happened was when I did the center section, I actually forgot to put my locates. I got it all glassed up. And totally forgot to put my locates, so I kind of had to make an alternative. So basically I used hex bolts. So there you go, look, there's the side skirt. Like, that is so beautiful. Okay, now I could have gel coated it, but like I said, I've had problems in the past doing the gel coat. And I don't plan on pulling more than maybe a half a dozen molds from these pieces. So, I kind of find it very trivial that I go to the extent of having all the headaches with doing tooling gel. I don't plan on pulling 100 parts from these molds. This is the other side skirt. There you have it, right there. Turned out nice. So there you go. You got 2 pieces. Look at that. 2 pieces. 2 pieces. We've got the tail. Not bad. Probably the worst part. Needed just a little bit of filler here and there. I will clean this up. I'll polish it. Been kind of working on it. Let's see, what else can we extract? Oh, here we go. Here's a... maybe. I don't see any more bolts. Still seems stuck in place. Let's try the other side. These things should come off here pretty slick. They're not coming off very slick. Let's try the front. To me, there's kind of a little bit of a sequence that you need to pull all these bits and pieces. There we go. There's the front lower. Turned out nice. Could beef it up. So there, we're sitting at 4. Might need a screwdriver to get some of these off. Oh, there we go. Let's get that out of there. Not sure. Oh, that's a piece of the mold. It's hot glued on. Don't need it. That's a front quarter. Oh, there we go. There's the other front quarter. Right side. No, left side. They need trimmed up around the edges. Now we got the nose. We got the nose. Oh, I just heard a little. Look at that. That don't want to come up. Let me grab a screwdriver. I know exactly what it is. I had to put in some brief aftermarket type locates. I'm going to put on my other set of eyes. As you can see, my glasses. It's this bolt right here. This bolt really holds me up. And I will fix it. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. One piece with turn flanges, all the vents, the headlights, the bonnet. Do have a couple, got the gas cap fillers, got a couple little air bubbles here and there. Not even concerned with that because when I start to pull molds from these, technically they'll be what I call outies. They could be sanded off of the surface. So there's kind of no point even fixing them. Let's move forward. This is the tricky one. Oh, blowed it apart. There you go. There's the center section. Center section is nice. Got some debris on it. Yeah, as you can see off the buck, I've already pulled the windshield out, pulled it out from the inside. So there you go. We kind of forgot what my count is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. Camera girl's holding 9. Got a little bit of hot glue on it. We'll pick that off later. There's 9. Oh, let me go under. Another rear quarter. Turned out beautiful. That's 10. 11. 12. Last piece of the puzzle. Turned out nice too. Couple little air bubbles in the vent area. Not a big deal. So, there you go. There's our 13 pieces of the mold, about 60 quarter 20 bolts to put it all back together. I've got my 3D, it's been a long time since I actually seen this. Got my 3D, of course look, it's all gutted, got all the reinforcement out, not all of it. Got the windshield out. I'm gonna do something with this. Not 100% what I'm gonna do with it. But, so I've had a lot of people ask, why could you not cut down? Why could you not cut down, you know, on the amount? Oh, here, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further. So we got 13 pieces on board, on the table right now. $13. 14. 15. 16. 16 pieces. Why do I have so many pieces? Well, this allows me to make separate doors for functional hinge doors. This allows me to cut out the bonnet or hood, trunk, whatever you want to call it, and make separate pieces so that if people want to cut this out and have a separate piece, I've got the mold here to mold that piece of the pie. There you go. That's a lot of pieces. 16. Oh, why? Why? Well, if I had more time on the video, I'd bolt maybe the rear together and I could show you. So what I'm going to do with this is the 3D print. It's had lots of filler. You know, the buck served its purpose. What I'm going to do with it down the road, I hope you stick around and you watch more of our videos from Sharp Customs, because you'll get to see what I do with this. Let me grab something very quick. Let me grab my chassis. Now, I'm going to have to modify my, this is the chassis. This is a super modified 2. I'm going to pull the pipe off. I'll just set it here. Grab the GT40 body. Now, obviously the wheels need some modifications. I'm already working on that. But there you have it. We're going to mount this 3D print onto this chassis somehow, some way, you know. And we're going to run it with the 3D print. We're going to run it with the butt. I'm going to clean this all up. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to stripe it. I'm going to put some numbers on it. Maybe a different color. Not sure if I will keep this color. Basically, overall, pulling all 16 molds off of this buck. Right there. That's the only little abrasion I got. It pulled just a teeny tiny piece of the paint off of there, which totally awesome, because when I did the truck mold, basically the buck got destroyed in the process of pulling all the bits and pieces, the 6 pieces off of it. So yeah, it's not sitting. Well, you just heard that. That just cracked. That was the plastic kind of cracking. This sits back a little further. Still looks pretty bitchin', I think. Okay, now, back to, this was supposed to be a short video. Back to, why did I create so many mold pieces? Well, I'm going to show you something on a smaller scale. So I bought a 1/12 scale GT40 model car kit, kind of as reference. So I'm just going to grab it. Here we go. Okay. 86's front piece of chassis. Pretend that doesn't even exist. You got a front firewall, you got a back firewall. See that? There's the back of the car. See that? See how it just swoops over the center section? We'll take it apart. We got the underside, the front. Oh, look at that. It fits right in there. There's your GT40. So, if I can build my GT40s in pieces, like so. There you have it. And I can package it like that. That saves the buyer a whole lot of money when it comes to shipping the package to them. Because unlike the trucks, right now, the trucks are costing a fortune to ship them like this. As a one-piecer, you know, anywhere in Canada, US, you're looking in around $400 to ship that in a great big old box. So, there you go. Model pieces, puzzle pieces, any way you want to look at it. This would be a lot smaller box to ship. And that's kind of the reason why I did so many mold pieces. So, hope that explains a lot to all my viewers. And from us to you, Shark Customs, you know, the routine: share, like, subscribe, comment. Peace. I'm out.